Ed and Mabel Lawrence, a retired couple, embarked on the Ocean Serenity for a celebratory 2-week vacation. However, the freedom and serenity of life at sea captivated them in a way they had never anticipated. They had always been adventurers at heart, and the idea of returning to their predictable life on land seemed unappealing. Wanting to extend their stay, they began to plot a way to remain on board unnoticed, turning what was supposed to be a brief escape into something much longer. What started as a spontaneous decision soon became a challenge they were eager to embrace, testing their wit and creativity in ways they had never imagined. At first, they simply extended their trip for a few extra days, but soon, days turned into weeks, then months. They developed careful strategies to avoid detection, such as switching cabins frequently, blending in with new groups of passengers, and ensuring they never drew unnecessary attention. Ed and Mabel quickly learned the rhythms of life on board, figuring out the best times to move around undetected and how to adjust their habits to avoid raising suspicion. Their daily routines mirrored those of ordinary travelers, from attending entertainment events to lounging by the pool, ensuring that no one would question their presence. They became so skilled at navigating the ship's environment that even the crew, who had seen countless guests come and go, never suspected they were staying far longer than they should. Their ability to remain unnoticed was largely due to their charm and adaptability. Ed and Mabel became experts at casual conversations, chatting with new tourists about upcoming destinations and inquiring about others' travels to maintain the illusion of temporary stays. They disembarked at ports, spent time exploring, and reboarded with new groups, making it appear as though they were just another set of vacationers enjoying a short cruise. Over time, their secret life at sea became second nature, and they relished the thrill of living in a world that constantly changed around them while they remained hidden in plain sight. Despite their careful planning, small inconsistencies began to raise questions among the ship's staff. The couple made sure not to grow too close to any single group, offering vague responses whenever someone asked how long they had been on board. However, no plan was perfect, and the first signs of trouble appeared when a laundry worker noticed that their clothes had been appearing on the service list for far longer than was typical for any passenger. Though it was a minor detail, it planted the seed of curiosity among the crew. Slowly, whispers began to circulate, and a few keen-eyed employees started keeping track of their movements, trying to determine whether they were, in fact, permanent residents of the ship. As suspicions grew, ship officers reviewed passenger records and found an unsettling discrepancy. The couple had never officially disembarked. What had started as a casual observation turned into a full-scale investigation, leading to the moment Ed and Mabel had long feared. Summoned to the captain's office, they found themselves sitting across from the man in charge, their fate in his hands. With grace and good humor, they recounted their story, explaining how a short trip had unexpectedly turned into a 10-year adventure. The captain, though amused by their ingenuity, knew that their continued presence posed a logistical issue. After a moment of thought, he offered them a deal. They could stay until the current voyage ended, but after that, they would have to leave. Stepping off the Ocean Serenity for the last time was bittersweet. They had sold their home long ago, believing their travels would be temporary, and now faced the daunting task of reintegrating into life on land. Everything had changed in their absence. Technology had advanced, old friends had moved on, and the world seemed to operate at a different pace. Though they tried to adjust, neither of them could shake the feeling that they belonged at sea. The open water had become their true home, and the pull of adventure remained strong. Eventually, they found their way back to cruising, though this time as ordinary travelers. Their story became a legend among fellow passengers, a tale told in hushed tones over evening cocktails. Though they could no longer live in secrecy aboard a ship, they continued to explore, taking shorter trips as age caught up with them. Their final grand voyage took them around the world, one last adventure before they finally settled in a quiet coastal town where they could still hear the ocean. Though their days of secret seafaring had ended, the sea remained in their hearts, calling to them always, a reminder of the greatest adventure of their lives.